Chapter 6. I am me, she is her. I am me, she is her. If I say it enough, will I stop thinking I failed because of the choices she's made? Cutting, vaping, porn, sex, stealing, weed, lying, alcohol, cheating. Basically the crappiest things teens might choose to do, and Lark was choosing a few of them. So naturally I'd failed and felt like trash. I've scoured my journals for something I wrote, but nothing. Shame has a way of silencing us. Rather than think I suck for not documenting, I'm going to acknowledge that it's normal to not want to permanently record on paper the era of my life that was, I had to keep myself together while my daughter told me she was doing these awful things, not react, not panic, not ask too many questions, or behave at all out of acceptable behavior and spook her into never sharing such things again. So I kept a calm face and then went and lost my mind as I drove around running errands because I had zero time or skills to allow myself to process my feelings. I was and am lucky to have a close enough relationship with Lark that she would eventually tell me stuff. Always well after it was resolved, always with no emotion, always throwing my heart into a shredder. Yes, I'm glad she'd tell me, and also I wish that I had known this one thing deep in my bones so that I could have been more supportive of her. She is her, and I am me. It seems counterintuitive. We want to be part of our child. We want to see them as part of us. We think this gives us intimacy and connection. We want to be close to them, to help, love, and guide them. We want them to accept us and be open to us for their benefit and ours. It would feel so good and be so helpful. But this isn't what usually happens. When the lines of identity and agency are blurred, we try to control each other to maintain our positive sense of self. We all dislike this being done to us. We reject those who attempt it, including our teens. What seems pretty on the outside is actually terrible within. We need to separate ourselves and be whole individuals to fully connect with each other. This means we all make choices, and they're because of ourselves, not our parents or others. Sometimes we like to try and shove blame elsewhere. This can sound like, "You're driving me crazy. Your kindness makes me feel better. If you just stop, then everything would be fine. Your friends are making you behave badly. When you're happy, the whole house is happy. Knock it off before I lose it. You're breaking my heart. I need you to do it my way so that I'm comfortable with it. It's your fault Grandma got mad. My daughter left church because of you. You made me because you weren't going to. If you wouldn't have, then my hands wouldn't have been forced." But these are all such emotionally weak approaches, and not true. What are you too horrified to document? And where are you putting the blame? Do they need to lose their awful friends? Is it because of your failings? Are they just being a brat who won't listen? When we discover unpleasant things our kids are doing, there are a few general responses most parents have. 1. Blame directed at someone or something. 2. Shame around themselves, their kid, the situation. 3. Anger that it's happening at all. 4. Heartbreak. And 5. Denial. Most of us bounce around between them, trying to land somewhere to find relief, solve the problem, and find out why it's happening so it doesn't ever happen again. Enter the next step in fixing your teen. Step 5 to fixing your teen is untangling yourself from your kid and your spouse and your appearance and your accomplishments. It's owning that everyone is them and you are you, and there is space between them all in healthy relationships and self-concept. Bestie, we tell each other the truth, and here it is. Only emotional children blame others. If you're grown up on the inside. You don't go around pointing fingers at people or circumstances to make excuses for your feelings, behavior, or lack of. Yes, this is similar to previous steps, but deserves distinction. This is precisely what set my heart free from torture when I was trying to be Lark's best mom. I had to see that my efforts were good and I could be proud of them. I had to see this while also seeing her decisions in direct opposition to my efforts. I was her best mom, and she still got to do what she wanted. Differentiation is the word, and it's separating out what anyone and everyone, especially your teen, says, does, or doesn't, and you. It's knowing that your kid is doing what they're doing because of them, not you, even if they blame you for it. You're not the reason they yell. You're not the reason they hate you. Their teacher isn't the reason they're getting an A. Their church leader isn't the reason they stayed in or left the church. Fun fact, Lark read this book and only vaguely remembers those moments with her leaders. She said that her leader's behavior may have been what allowed me to allow her to leave, but she was already gone in her mind and heart. Their actions are each 100% on them. She wanted to make sure I understood that they didn't drive her out. She chose to leave. I wanted to blame them for so long. I wanted them to be responsible for her leaving so that I could believe that she's innocent and they're the bad guy. We don't like seeing our kids as the bad guy. Turns out we're all just acting according to our own framework of viewing right and wrong. What leaders do, their business. What our kids do, their business. How parents respond, their business. Yes, we affect each other. We rub up against other humans all day, every day that affect us and our family. We can't stop this from happening. We need to be aware so that we are intentional with this life reality. Again, the ball is back in our court. Leaders and parents can love and mentor our teens or harm them. We can choose to approach others with love and understanding or scorn and hate them. This has an effect that we are each responsible for. That is where it can be helpful to have an educated professional helping to discern. But ultimately, taking ownership of yourself and letting your teen own themselves is where we want to be. This is also the healthiest place to connect and love each other. They're responsible for their actions, and we are responsible for ours. We need to sort through all the business out there and then just mind our own. This means that we have to be brave enough to honestly look at what is happening and our role within that. This means that we can choose to love regardless of others' choices. When our feelings and approach are coming from our very best, we have no regrets, and our possible effect on others has the best potential results. Simple in concept, harder in application. Good thing I'm your best friend, and will walk you through it anytime you like. XOXO.